Okay, hi there. I'm Marcus Skindarian of the Skindarian Group with Certere Properties. We are lucky enough today to have been invited to Laguna Beach High School's football practice. We're going to talk to Coach John Shanahan, who happens to be one of our friends, and he has invited us out here to learn a little bit more about the football team, the football program, and the upcoming season. So. Here's Coach John Shanahan. Nice to see you again.
Nice
Thanks
to see you,
again
Marcus.
for taking time and spending the
Thank you.
afternoon with us. I think this is your third year at Laguna, getting ready to start. And tell us where you came from and how you ended up here at Laguna.
Yep. Third year here at Laguna. Started coaching football a long time ago as a young kid, youth football. Started coaching high school football back in 98 or 99 at Tustin High and was there for 6 or 7 years. Then took a little bit of a high school sabbatical, didn't coach for a few years, just focused on youth football. And then ended up down at J. Sarah Catholic High School when the head coach down there was looking for some guys, some youth kids that I coached that really wanted to come down to that school. I went down there and spent some time with him to see if, to kick the tires, see if it was a good place for these kids. And he asked, why don't you just come down here and coach? So I was coaching down there I coached down there for 5 years, and then had a local parent here reach out to me and ask if I would meet him for breakfast one morning. I met him for breakfast. I had assumed that that he wanted his kid to potentially come down to J. Sarah, and he said, hey, we really need to fill this coaching vacancies. What do you think? So we worked through that process, and we ended up here. That first year, I knew we were going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Everybody said, you guys are going to struggle. You think they were 2-8 or 1-9 the year before. I knew there was some really good skills.
Yeah.
Kids that could be good football players.
Yeah.
It didn't start well early for us.
Yeah.
But we just kept grinding and grinding and grinding. That's kind of the nature of those kids.
Uh-oh.
They were tough. They were tough. Physical kids, even though they were a little bit slight, but they continue to grind and grind. Kids like Ryan Blazer and Bruce Nill, and our running back Bruce Miller,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
It says
West
a lot
Point.
about him. He's at West Point.
Yep.
We were tough, and
Yeah.
and as we kind of started to get the schemes figured out, that toughness showed, and we made an incredible run.
Yeah, you did, and the community felt it.
Oh, it
You
was
hadn't
great.
felt like that in a long time.
Yeah.
Stands were filled. It was loud. It was fun. It was awesome.
We feel it when these stands are full and people are loud.
Yeah.
We play better.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens every time. So that is incredible when the stands are full
Yeah.
and they're hooting and hollering up there. Our kids feel it. They love
Awesome.
it.
All right, this year you guys switched leagues. How does that impact you?
It's going to impact us.
Yeah.
I thought we were in an appropriate league with schools like Costa Mesa, Estancia. They're about our size. They're a little bigger than us, 200 or 300
Yeah.
kids bigger than us, but about our size. This year they dropped us into a league with Western and Ocean View, and Godinez is still in our league. I think it's at 3,000 kids, 2,500 kids at Western, and Ocean View's at 1,600.
Yeah.
And I think Western and Ocean View are like 26th and 27th in the county. It's going to be difficult, but our kids, hopefully they'll continue to grind and get better and give us a chance to win one of those two games, and then have a chance to play Godinez that last night to get into the playoffs.
And I think Dana Hills is obviously a geographic rivalry. How do you look at that game?
Again, haven't looked too closely
Yeah.
at it, but I know that the community has, the administration have, the teachers have. I mean, our principal, Dr. Allman, his son plays football down there. So,
Yeah.
it's
Perfect.
it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be very. It's going to be like a rivalry game.
Yeah.
So it'll be like USC UCLA hopefully over time, and I think if we can keep this rivalry going, it'll be good. I think the biggest surprise for me is I expected Laguna, kind of a privileged community. I expected the kids to kind of be privileged kids who weren't willing to work real hard. It's been just the exact opposite. I mean, they work hard, they communicate maturely. They show up every day. Very rarely do we have kids miss, and they grind. They get after it day after day after day, and never any complaints. Never complaints or excuses. Which makes it so much fun to be here and coach these guys.
Yeah.
We should all be very, very proud of the kids we have representing us.
Awesome. That's great to hear from a dad. In the press, what we're hearing a lot about is player safety, concussions, that kind of thing. How has that impacted your program, if at all, so far?
I think it's impacted every program.
Yeah.
I think the governing bodies at every level in football, pro, college, and high school, and even youth football have done a great job of tweaking the rules to help make it a safer game.
Yeah.
The kids all know that if they stick their helmet in there, it's going to be a penalty right away. So you don't see a lot of helmet-to-helmet contact at our level anymore. We've done a great job collaborating with the district and our booster club buying the best helmets you can buy.
Yeah.
These helmets, Vice's helmets, were ranked #1 on Virginia Tech's tests and the NFL tests. So we put our kids in the safest possible equipment, and then the brand new field is probably the safest field I've ever been on. It's a soft field, and it does a great job of protecting kids too. We don't get a lot of kids slamming their heads on the ground and getting any kind of concussion. So
yeah.
we're doing everything we can to keep the game as safe as possible.
And you feel good about it. I mean, you've got a 1-year-old son, Jack, and you know, if he comes to you and says he wants to play football, you're all for it, supportive.
100%. And
Yeah.
and again, I've told the story a bunch of times. When my wife was pregnant, we talked about, you know, whether we wanted a son or a daughter, and I was like, I kind of want a daughter. I don't want him to feel like he has to play football
Yeah.
because I'm the coach. But now that we had a little boy, I'm incredibly happy about
Yeah.
that. And if he wants to play football, I would love it.
Yeah.
I know that the benefits far outweigh the potential negatives. I think I've even talked to you, Marcus, about it before. When you get an 85-pound kid who won't look you in the eye and is kind of broken shouldered, and he comes out for the football program and works hard, gets in the weight room, his body changes, and he's a big, strong young man by the time he's a sophomore. It's amazing to see that kind of growth.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, especially on game day.
Yeah.